What's up, everyone? My name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I am back in the world of Evergreen Harbor. And as you can probably tell, I'm doing an apartment renovation, and this one is set in Stone Street Apartments number 4. You can see the address in the top left corner right there. And as you can probably tell, I do have the Modern Developments Neighborhood Action Plan activated. I was not planning on doing that because I really wanted this apartment to be in its default state, if that makes any sense, and just try and make it work that way, because I usually tend to always activate the Modern Developments plan because I just really like the way it makes the apartments look. Like it makes it look more modern, and I like the windows better, and there's more natural light coming in and stuff like that because there's also more windows and bigger windows this way. Which is actually also the reason why in the end I actually did have to activate it, because I am trying to make this apartment work for as many Sims as possible. And in the end, I made it work for 8 Sims in total. So that is quite a lot, actually the maximum amount of Sims that you can have in your household. So I was really happy about that, but the reason why I had to turn on the Modern Developments Action Plan is actually because of the windows. Because if I didn't turn it on, the windows would be a lot smaller, and I could not have done 4 bedrooms and a living space all with windows, because I don't want to create like a bedroom or a living space without windows. Like that to me just doesn't really feel too realistic, and it's just not nice. It'd be terrible to have a bedroom without any windows in it. So I didn't really want to do that. So in the end, I turned on the neighborhood action plan, so it gave me enough windows to actually create 4 bedrooms with natural light, as well as a living area with natural light. So it worked out in the end. The kitchen space does not have any windows, but it's also an open floor plan. So it's kind of like the living area and the kitchen are all in one space, kind of. So to me, that's okay that way, for there to not be any windows in the kitchen. So yeah, it worked out in the end, and you can see that the floor plan kind of came together already. So I did make it work for 4 Sims, which means I put 4 bedrooms in this apartment, which one of them is for the parents. So one of them has a double bed in it, and the master bedroom also has an ensuite. So that is actually pretty nice for an apartment this size. And then there is 3 kids' bedrooms, or like 1 bedroom for 2 toddlers, 1 bedroom for 2 children, and 1 bedroom for 2 teenagers. And they all have to share a bathroom. So that's going to be a little bit crowded and maybe a little bit annoying for gameplay as well. And it's actually kind of unfair that all the kids have to share one tiny little bathroom, and then the parents have an ensuite. But yeah, it's just kind of the way that the floor plan turned out to make the most sense. And the ensuite for the parents is really, really small. Like it's only 4 tiles. There is only a shower and a toilet and a sink in there, so no tub or anything. But then in the whole bathroom, there is actually a bathtub there so that you can bathe your toddlers. So for that reason, I did make sure to place a tub in the whole bath, and it all worked out just fine. Though I have to say that the bedrooms are extremely small. They do work, but I barely had any space for to figure out personalities for all the kids and give them personal items that reflects their personalities and stuff like that. Like there was not really any room for that. There was a little bit of space for that, but just barely any. So for gameplay, I can totally understand if you do not want to play with 8 Sims in an apartment like this, because I don't know, it's really challenging because it's really small, and there is not enough space for all of the Sims to sit in the living area or at the dining table at the same time. Like there is no way that could ever work. But then again, it doesn't really matter, because when are you gonna have 8 Sims sitting at the same time, like on the couch or at the dining table? I mean, it doesn't really work like that for gameplay, I don't think, anyway, so it kind of just made sense like this. But you can really see the living space come together. I really enjoyed the way this little living room office area came together. It's more of like an informal office area, I was thinking. It's more of like the family computer that everyone kind of uses from time to time. It's also the only computer in the house. But then again, you can easily give your Sims like laptops or tablets or something like that. So that should probably all work out just fine. And here you can see the kitchen and dining area is actually very small. There is only 3 chairs at the dining table, but then there is also 2 bar stools at the kitchen island counters, so you can have 5 Sims sitting in the kitchen somewhere at the same time. But I don't know, it made sense for this apartment, and I literally did not have any more space in this. But I do really like the way that it turned out. Like, I think it looks very cozy and very family friendly, and just, I don't know, I really like the way that it turned out. And I also like the color scheme in here. I was using this flooring from Jungle Adventure again. It's actually my favorite flooring in the game, but I have been stepping away from it for a little bit because I used to just overuse it like all the time. So I just stepped away from it for a little bit, and then we also got the new flooring with Eco Lifestyle, which I also really, really like, and now I have been overusing that one quite a bit. So I thought it'd be nice to actually go back to this one for a change, and I just really like it. This apartment to me is really family friendly and very cozy. So yeah, and it just barely fits 8 Sims, but it does fit 8 Sims. But as I was trying to explain before, like, I can totally understand if you don't want to play with 8 Sims in this apartment. And I don't know, I don't think that I would play with 8 Sims. It was fun for me to do this building-wise as a challenge for myself, which is the reason why I did it, really. So it was a really, really, really fun challenge, but for gameplay, you can easily just delete a couple of the beds in each of the bedrooms and have like 3 kids' bedrooms that are single bedrooms, which would give them fairly nice and spacious bedrooms, like not too big, but not too small either. And you would definitely have a little bit more space for the kids' personalities, maybe give them a desk so they can have a space to do their homework and stuff like that. Like, that could work out just fine. And if you were to play with only 3 kids and 2 parents in this apartment, it would be a very nice and spacious family apartment. Like, it works out perfectly that way. But just for the sake of the little building challenge for myself, really, I just really wanted to try and make it work for 8 Sims, which is what I did. And as I already mentioned, it worked out fine. So I'm really, really excited about it. So you can see that we moved on to the bedrooms, and this one is the parents' bedroom with the ensuite, and then the kids' bedrooms with the hall bath are all on the other side of the apartment. So the parents kind of have their own like wing, if that makes any sense, like in the house. So yeah, I thought that would make sense for the parents. By the way, if I sound a little bit like low in energy or something, it's because I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather. I have like a headache and I'm a bit feverish and stuff like that. But it's all okay, like it's not too bad. It'll be fine. I'm making sure to stay at home at all costs, so I'm not going anywhere, don't worry. So that's all fine. And I'm sure I'll be fine in a couple days. But yeah, I just really still wanted to do this voiceover because it makes me happy, and I need things for myself that make me happy right now. So I just really wanted to still do this voiceover, talk about The Sims, because I love The Sims. I love building in The Sims. I love talking about it. I love doing voiceovers. It just, all of those things just really make me happy. So I'm sorry if I sound a little bit like unhappy or under the weather or low in energy. It's because I am, but I still really just want to do this because it makes me happy. But yeah, anyway, this is the tiny little ensuite that I was talking about before, which is for the parents. I did playtest everything. It's pretty cramped in here, but yeah, I did make sure to playtest everything in this apartment because pretty much everything is very cramped and very small and very close together. But no worries there. I playtested everything and everything should work just fine. As long as you place it with move objects activated, then it should work out all right, I think. I know that that rule doesn't always apply. Like sometimes things can get a little bit lost, or things can just be downloaded a little bit wrong. Like, I don't know what happens there sometimes. It's just, I mean, I kind of understand, like, if you place all this furniture with move objects on, like, I can kind of understand that at some point the game will be like, okay, I don't know how to do this anymore. If that makes any sense, like when someone else downloads the build, like I can kind of understand that that happens. But it should be fine as long as you turn on bb.move objects. You can also download this this apartment as a whole from the gallery, like as one big room, and then you can place it in the Stone Street Apartments number 4. But just make sure to once again activate the modern developments neighborhood action plan so that the whole window situation makes sense as well, because it just will not make any sense if you don't turn that on. But anyway, I'm sure you know all this. I just felt the need to explain it really quickly. But this, as you can probably already tell, is the toddler's bedroom, which I did make sure to give the toddlers and the kids toys in their bedrooms. There is not a whole lot of toys, but I did make sure to place a couple of them because otherwise gameplay would be really annoying and difficult. Like if you have kids and toddlers in the house, you do have to make sure to also have at least a couple of toys or a couple of things for them to play with or interact with. That's just how I feel about it. So I did make sure to give the toddlers a toy box and the building blocks, and I also gave them a tablet. And I also made sure to give them a potty. It is in the bedroom here, so that's a little bit gross. You're just gonna wanna have to clean that every single time you use it. But other than that, that all just works out fine. They do have to share all of their toys. I did not give them like 2 of each. I just gave them 1 of each. But yeah, I think that that should work out just fine. And I tried to make it as colorful and cozy in here as possible. And then you can see that there is a little bathroom in the middle here. And I did make sure to place a tub in here. It's pretty like cramped in here once again as well, but I play tested it all, so it should be fine. Anyway, the trailer for the new expansion pack, I forgot the name already, Snowy Escape or Snowy Retreat or something like that. The trailer for that is dropping in a couple of hours and I am beyond excited about it. Like I am so extremely excited about this pack. I have been wanting a snow world for so long, and I think the world is going to be Asian inspired for as much as I could tell from the little images that we got. So yeah, I'm extremely excited about it. Like I can't wait to see what the world is going to be like. And I really hope that we get some kind of like hotel situation or resort situation or something like that. Like that would be so much fun. But I also hope that there is going to be just residential lots in the world as well. I really hope that we're getting a mixture of that, which would make sense because it's an expansion pack. It's not a game pack. So for an expansion pack, I think that they should really give us both those lot types or building types. But yeah, we'll see. The trailer is dropping in a couple of hours, and I'm really curious to see the information on all that. And I also saw on Twitter that the Sims team made this pack in collaboration with Deligracy, James Sterner, Lil Simsy, and Simlacy. I think that's all of them. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting one, but I think that's all of them. So I am really curious to see what this pack is going to be like, because I trust those simmers like with all my heart. They know what we want. They know what they want. They know what's good for the game and for the community. So I am just beyond excited. Like I cannot wait. So I have to keep myself a little bit busy until the trailer drops, but I cannot wait to see what we're getting with this pack. I'm so extremely excited. Also, since the world is going to be Asian inspired, like I do not have a lot of experience with building in that style. Like I'm not familiar with it and I'm not very comfortable with it either, but I'm definitely going to try, like as soon as I wrap up this voiceover, I'm going to try and sit down and build a Japan inspired tiny house or a Japanese tiny home, which I'm really excited about it because I've never done anything like that before. I am a little bit intimidated by that building style because I really do not want to get it wrong. Like, I want to do it right. I want to do it justice. So for that reason, I think it's kind of intimidating and a little bit difficult, but regardless, I am going to try, and you'll see a Japanese-inspired tiny house on my channel sometime soon in the next couple days, in the next few days or so. I think, like, kind of depends on how I'm feeling, if I have the energy to do a whole build and a voiceover and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll try to do my best because I really, really want to play around with that style before we get the pack so that I am like feeling inspired and kind of know what I want to do as soon as we get the pack, because I cannot wait to explore new building items and things. Like, I have been waiting for new items for so long. I'm so extremely excited. Like, I am repeating myself, but I'm so sorry. I can't wait. But anyway, we're on to the last bedroom of this house, and this is the teens bedroom, which is my favorite one. I really like it. I kind of gave both the teens the same bed and headboard situation. I was kind of imagining that is like one piece of furniture or one like set of furniture that you can buy as a whole and construct at home, like from IKEA or something. So I did make sure to give the teens that same kind of construction, but just in different wood tones, in different colors, to kind of reflect their different personalities. I was thinking that the Sim sleeping on this side of the room is kind of more into beauty and fashion and stuff like that. So I gave them some like beauty items, some clutter, and just a mirror and some shoes next to their bed and stuff like that. And then the teen on the other side is more into kind of, I don't know, just science kind of things. And I also gave them a camera. So I was thinking that maybe they could be into photography. And I think I also gave them some clutter items that came with Journey to Batuu. So maybe they're into Star Wars as well. So yeah, I kind of gave them those sort of items. So you can see that the teens are a little bit different in personality as well. But that is definitely all of the space that I had to kind of elaborate on their personalities, if that makes sense. I also made sure to give them a shared like stereo kind of situation so that they can play some music. Cluttered it up a little bit in here with some posters and stuff like that, to kind of reflect their personalities as much as possible. Yeah, I really had a lot of fun with this apartment. Like I already mentioned, you can definitely download this apartment as a whole room off my gallery. My gallery username is Simmarysims, and then you can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed this apartment. You can always let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And I just really want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!